Madam Speaker, permission to speak from a seat that is not usually my own, but not usually my own. Prime Minister, I am liking this. But Minister Montague advised me that people who represent country seat must learn to step up to the fore and talk. Madam Speaker, I am proud to stand here as the Member of Parliament from St. Catherine, North Eastern. I am pleased to see you, Madam Speaker, in the House in your capacity. I'm pleased to see the Honourable Juliet Holness as Deputy Speaker of the House. I am happy to see the Honourable Olivia Babs-Grange as Deputy Leader of the House. Madam Speaker, to all my formidable male colleagues here, thank you for supporting strong women parliamentarians. To Prime Minister, the Honourable Andrew Holness, I thank you for believing in me and for giving me the opportunity to serve. Madam Speaker, I recalled the headline in July 2020, Morrison gaining no traction in northeastern St. Catherine. Madam Speaker,
which newspaper?
The people of northeastern St. Catherine voted otherwise with a 2,700 win.
Hear, hear. Hear, hear.
Madam Speaker, there is a lesson in this.
Amen.
I remember getting a one-word caution from the party leader amid the concerns as to whether or not this could happen in 3 months. He called me and he said one word: focus.
Amen.
Madam Speaker, today I can now say to the administration, amid the challenges, amid the obstacles, amid those who think that we are not about to recover stronger, amid those who wish they were the leadership, administration, focus. One word. Madam Speaker, I remember being on my first walk in Guys Hill Division, where a woman regarded me from head to toe and she said, "But this a woman and I can manage them at Hill and Valley." 6 points behind in the polls made my opponent put on the badge of MP in waiting. However, in true Louis culture lyrics, I went to the hills and valley. And Louis culture as he progressed. When we saw the bogus badge, northeastern St. Catherine will hold it and pop it off. Madam Speaker, I thank the people who made it happen, the management and executive teams, the divisional leaders, the worker cohort, and my friends. I thank all those who prayed for me and who wished me every success. I acknowledge 2 of my 3 brothers who are here with me today, Inspector Franz Morrison and his wife, my brother Kareem Morrison, and one of my brothers is overseas, but I can tell you on election day, he kept calling me, "Sister, how we look? You look all right? How it look?" I just want to say that I love you with my whole heart. Madam Speaker, I especially want to acknowledge Charmaine Hunter and Mr. Robert Grandison. For the members on the government side, you would be pleased to know that these are the persons who recruited me for the Jamaica Labour Party. Madam Speaker, life in northeastern St. Catherine is no crystal stairs. It is a challenging seat. And I want to thank my staff. I want to thank the leadership of the constituency to include the councillors, the councillor caretaker, and I also have a councillor who is from the People's National Party, Roger Curlew. I want to thank him too for his support. I want to acknowledge Mr. Dennis Valentine, the caretaker of the Mount Industry Division. Madam Speaker, in a real world, there would be fewer complaints about everything and more compliments about everything. As a politician, I can tell you that if I ever thought that I lived in an ideal world, the complaints, the rebuke, the demands, the requests, the needs, the wants would have jolted me very quickly to the realities of my political existence. But I live and function in the real world, which is layered with pain, disappointment, anger, hurt, lack of basic necessities on so many levels. But it is also a world that is layered with love, with kindness, with laughter, joy, and hope. And Madam Speaker, despite its many disenchantments on so many levels, it is still a beautiful world. My little place of that world, my piece of that world, is the constituency of Northeastern St. Catherine. And in that real world, there are some ugly realities. But I stand here today, a proud representative of the people, and I often wish that my faith could move the mountains out of the lives of so many, and out of the parish, and out of Jamaica. Nevertheless, I'm undaunted. I'm not afraid to chip away at the mountains, one day hoping that my efforts will turn those mountains into fertile plains of hope and opportunities. What have I achieved in my first year as Member of Parliament? Road means a lot to Northeastern St. Catherine. Approximately $40 million in the construction of 6 retaining walls in the Mount Industry Division, where the roadway was compromised. The rehabilitation of the Guys Hill Main Road, valued at $50 million, that is on the way. Rehabilitation of the Ragsville Road for $12 million under the Christmas program. Minister the Honourable Everett Warmington tore Troja Road, which is a significant network, in a terrible condition, and I'm hopeful that that will be fixed soon. Works have been approved for Williamsfield to Troja, Williamsfield to Mount Industry, Vanity Fair to Guys Hill, valued at $60 million. In education, over 80 tablets have been distributed to support students under the Ministry of Education Own Your Own Device program. And we look forward to an additional 100 through the Ministry of Education. 60 tertiary grants have been issued through the CDF. Madam Speaker, I have a vision of using education as one of the means to impact the trajectory of people's lives. We have distributed approximately $2.5 million worth in book vouchers. Madam Speaker, $1 million for the assistance with school fees, CSEC and CAPE exams, support for constituents who desire skills training. In fact, I have encouraged constituents who are having difficulty paying for CSEC and CAPE exams to come to my office. Those who need help to pay for skills training, don't just stay at home and say you can't afford it and there is no hope. Find us, have a talk with us, because if I cannot find the money, I'll call my Prime Minister. Madam Speaker, entrepreneurial activities took a hit with the onslaught of COVID-19. And as Member of Parliament, I have assisted over 150 persons through the Economic Enablement and the Ministry of Labour's Social Outreach Programme. Madam Speaker, I thank the leadership of this administration for caring about the vulnerable and vulnerable small businesses during this time.
That's right.
Madam Speaker,
That's right.
My constituents told me to begin by discussing the state of the roads. In my first meeting with the NWA parish office, the manager, by way of conversation, said to me, "Your seat has the most roads in St. Catherine, and most of them are bad." Madam Speaker, I've heard the agonizing cries of constituents, especially the taxi drivers. I've heard complaints about the cost to repair the motor vehicles. At the end of the election, my own vehicle needed a complete overhaul, so I could never discount the fact that the road network is terrible. My glimmer of hope came when Minister Warmington toured with his team from NWA. At the end of the tour, overwhelmed by the magnitude of work that was needed, I asked tremulously, "What am I going to do?" To which he calmly replied, "The roads are extremely horrible, and if you got the entire consolidated fund, it would not cover the cost to repair them. What is important is that you start somewhere and keep working." Wise words.
That's right, that's right.
And Madam Speaker, we are working.
Here, here.
I join with my colleagues, the member from Eastern Hanover, the member from Central Manchester, who are calling for faster procurement processes because we need to lessen the time between approval and implementation. Madam Speaker, constituents do not understand procurement processes. Constituents want their road to be fixed, and they want it to be fixed now. Constituents will tell you, "It's 6 months since the MP come to a road and all no, nothing." Madam Speaker, we have to move faster with these projects so that we keep a pace with the development goals. Dr. Clark, I know that you are interested in this comment. Moving with alacrity does not compromise integrity. On the contrary, integral systems are efficient systems. Madam Speaker, border clash. Whose road is it?
Yes, St. Catherine.
Where a roadway demarcates constituency boundaries, those roads are often neglected because many members of parliament are not happy to take responsibility for those roads. For example, on the right-hand side, my constituency, northeastern St. Catherine. On the left, northwestern St. Catherine, Hugh Graham. Whose responsibility is it to fix the road? I would say Hugh Graham. Everybody knows that. Madam Speaker, the entire belt of York Street, Treadress, Bermondsey, Mullock, Mountain Pass, that border is in urgent need of repair. And the citizens quarrel that no MP wants to take responsibility for it. Madam Speaker, another issue is that a road that may be a thoroughfare into one constituency, that road may be located in another constituency, which may not be priority for that member of parliament. And so the roadway is often left in disrepair. These are gaps, Madam Speaker, that we can be more efficient in fixing so that the people get the service that they deserve. Madam Speaker, agriculture in northeastern St. Catherine, it is the lifeblood of the seat. Northeastern St. Catherine is home to scores of farmers. It is the means of sustenance for most families, known for Irish potatoes, yams, and other grown provision. It's showing on me. Vegetables, spices, cocoa, bissi, known for fruits and also livestock. The concerns of this farming constituency needs to be given due regard. Madam Speaker, if we plan to take climate change seriously, Minister Charles, you do, then we need to have a serious conversation with Northeastern St. Catherine. World food production needs to increase by 70% by 2050, and by 2027, 6 years from now, the world will be short 214 trillion calories per year. As the calorie production gap, the difference between calories used and calories produced need to be widened. With the exception of Belize and Guyana, all other CARICOM countries
Madam Speaker, the very interesting presentation of the member has come to a point in time when I seek your permission to have her extend that presentation to its completion. May it please you, Madam Speaker.
The question is that the member be given sufficient time to complete her presentation. Those in favor? Aye. Those against? The ayes have it.
Madam Speaker, thank you, and my colleagues, thank you. So, Madam Speaker, with the exception of Belize and Guyana, all other CARICOM countries are net food importers, with at least 7 of these countries importing more than 80% of their available food. Madam Speaker, Northeastern St. Catherine can play a role in changing this dynamic. Madam Speaker, our office was able to assist farmers through RADA last year after the flood rains and provision, and this year, there's a provision of $750,000, which will be used to mitigate losses from the recent storm. Through my office, we distributed plastic tanks, and through RADA, we gave 10 drip irrigation kit systems to farmers. But, Madam Speaker, Northeastern St. Catherine needs more help. 1, farm roads. A significant number of the roads in Northeastern St. Catherine classify as farm roads. And the farmers weep because it is difficult to get the crops from the field to the markets. Rural constituencies have to be priority for farm roads. So, Madam Speaker, if MP Robert Miller in Portmore gets 1 farm road, by every logical thinking, MP Kerensia Morrison ought to get 5, Madam Speaker, or 10. Madam Speaker, I would like to see the resources used in a strategic way. Yes, Robert. Madam Speaker, youth engagement. Yes. Madam Speaker, youth engagement. Our young farmers ought to be encouraged and supported. Let's teach them how to use the technology and the management skills that come with running a farm. In this digital era, it is important that they embrace online marketing, for example, and to create their own niche services. Very importantly, Madam Speaker, let us help them find markets where they can get the best price for their produce. Northeastern St. Catherine would never forgive me were I to be remiss in discussing fertilizer, which is like gold to them. It is never enough, and many farmers cannot afford it. They call it the ferty, and sometimes I would get a phone call, MP, remember the bag of ferty you promised me. I have assisted 110 farmers to date with fertilizer, and this is meager in light of the request. I know that the farmers in Bonnet, Golden Grove, Jambus Pond, Top Mountain Sea Field are anxiously awaiting the liquor ferty. Madam Speaker, I'm asking for more plastic tanks and irrigation systems for my farmers so that in periods of drought they can replenish their farms. Madam Speaker, I support the Governor General's call. Nobody on this fertile island should go hungry. We have enough food to feed everyone. The problem is distribution. We want to stop the cycle of agricultural produce rotting in the fields in some parts of the island while people are hungry. in others. Northeastern St. Catherine can become a part of this mobilization. As it pertains to education, Madam Speaker, I was looking forward to attending Sports Day, graduation ceremonies, Christmas events as the new Member of Parliament. But that was not to be as we continue to fight COVID-19. The schools in Northeastern St. Catherine suffered from the fallout, especially because of poor connectivity. I welcome the intervention of the Universal Service Fund, who toured parts of the seat for suitable locations to serve as community access points. Thank you, Minister Vaz, and we look forward to the scheduled implementation. Madam Speaker, coping with the realities of COVID-19 was a new paradigm for the Ministry of Education. COVID-19 did not come with an instruction manual, and so I commend the Minister for the huge efforts to educate our children. Madam Speaker, we may not have gotten everything perfect, but COVID did not allow us perfect options. Madam Speaker, one positive outcome, however, is that it has forced us to embrace the inevitable digital era. Ready or not, here it was with the onset of COVID-19. The most recent visitor to the European Union Visitors Programme in June of this year, I recognize that digitization is high priority for the EU in the region, and therefore we as a nation must embrace the digital world. Madam Speaker, how did Northeastern St. Catherine cope? I am calling on every Member of Parliament present today to commend our principals and teachers, especially those in rural constituencies who struggled because there was little or no connectivity. They went through great trials to take the work to the children despite the rough terrain. In some communities, WhatsApp, the most accessible medium of communication, does not work. Please understand the sacrifices made by our teachers as they struggled and they took the work to the children. Madam Speaker, as it pertains to housing, the best way to impact people's lives is by changing the conditions in which they live. The housing situation in Northeastern St. Catherine is untenable and demands urgent attention. I have shocking pictures of the states of some homes. Homes that when it rains, everywhere leaks. Homes where you stay outside and see everything on the inside. Homes where, in the case of one lady whom in tears spoke to me, MP, somebody can pass my house while I'm sleeping, put them hand through the board and touch me. Madam Speaker, costly though it may be, we as a nation must move towards sustainable housing solution for the vulnerable. This is something that the Prime Minister feels passionately about, and that is why the new social housing program, initiated by him in 2018, is a step in the direction that we need to go. In July of this year, the Prime Minister mentioned that the new social housing program is a symbol of hope for persons who are in very difficult situations. Madam Speaker, the CDF allocation for housing cannot combat the crush of requests from constituents. And the harsh reality is that many of them simply cannot afford a home. Madam Speaker, we need to understand that there are some constituencies that rely heavily on the office of the Member of Parliament, and Northeastern St. Catherine is one such. When constituents come to the office, it's not to discuss a policy position, Madam Speaker. When they come to the office, it is with the expectation that we can assist. The Member of Parliament can do something to change the course of their lives. And I know that there are many MPs who feel heartened. There are many MPs who sometimes experience distress because you want to be able to assist some of your constituents, but the resources sometimes just don't allow you to be as effective as you would like to be. So, Dr. Clark, you know what I'm going to ask you about the CDF allocation, to put us in a position where we can effectively serve our constituents. I don't like how the Prime Minister is looking at me. Madam Speaker, as it pertains water in northeastern St. Catherine, when I was campaigning, a lady said to me, "Lady, my grandmother carry water, my mother carry water, I carry water, and my picnic them carry water." But Madam Speaker, it is a work in progress. We are working on it. Minister Aubin Hill toured all the water facilities in northeastern St. Catherine, and there's a plan of action, Madam Speaker, for each. Madam Speaker, rural water may need to play a greater role in rural constituencies. Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker, we find that in many of these communities, there is a source, there's a water source. Now, if we can find ways to channel the water from these small sources to feed the community, we would be well on our way. Madam Speaker, healthcare. I applaud my constituency for obeying the COVID-19 protocols. And despite all the fake news regarding vaccines, many have gone out to get themselves and their families vaccinated. Northeastern St. Catherine, I'm proud of you. Madam Speaker, a concern that I'm having, and I spoke to Minister Cuthbert Flynn regarding this, is that we need to roll out a strong family planning campaign so that our young people can make wise decisions regarding family planning and how to protect themselves. The time has come for us to equip our youths with the information, because very often the political directorate is called to help. How does one tell a young mother who is also pregnant that you can't afford to buy food for her? You can't buy that can of gas. It's a real conversation, Madam Speaker, that we need to have. Madam Speaker, prospects for tourism. Minister Bartlett, we in northeastern St. Catherine, we need you in our lives. Madam Speaker, the prospect for ecotourism, the prospects are lush. And Madam Speaker, it is a beautiful constituency, untapped for its tourist potential. A drive through Mount Industry Division, for example, shows off numerous charming streams and tributaries. In Hamwalk, and listen to this is good tourism. I am excited about this, Minister Bartlett. In Hamwalk, there is a pool. A pool, P-O-O-L, pool, that is called the baby pool. The baby pool. Madam Speaker, people come from near and far to cool off in the baby pool. En route to the baby pool, there's a vibe of Fern Gully. Folklore, Madam Speaker, folklore has it that anyone who goes into the water is blessed with a baby. Madam Speaker, I have been careful. Madam Speaker, I have been very careful not to enter the waters. But Madam Speaker, Minister Montague assured me that he knows for a fact that there is some magic to that. Madam Speaker, Natural Bridge Madam Speaker, Natural Bridge, which is widely known as that ponderous natural rock formation, needs intervention as to how it can be developed to attract more visitors. Minister, the town of Guys Hill can be developed. It is a quaint, charming town. It's worth the look. Madam Speaker, rural electrification. Under the REP program, there are many homes or many communities that was in an advanced state, and we're looking forward to the resumption of this program. Madam Speaker, we are also hoping that we will have more street lights in northeastern St. Catherine because the roads are poorly lit. Madam Speaker, as it pertains security, crime is in single digits. But we are not going to recline. We are urging citizens to be very cautious when they see strangers moving into their constituency, moving into their community. Madam Speaker, in closing, despite the trials of COVID-19, there is hope. I commend Dr. Nigel Clark, the Minister of Finance, for his steady hand as he manages this awesome task. God has blessed us with a terrific Minister of Finance, and I pray that God will continue to empower him with wisdom to guide us on the path to full recovery. Madam Speaker, I am an optimist, and Jamaica will recover stronger than ever. Ask international credit rating agency Standard & Poor's, who revised Jamaica's outlook from negative to stable, and who are predicting B+ short-term and B long-term credit rating, in the view that Jamaica's economic recovery will strengthen and government finances will return to surplus this year. Ask the PIOJ, who is predicting that with sound management, the only type that Dr. Clark is known for, we will return to pre-COVID-19 stability as soon as 2023. Madam Speaker, I encourage this administration to let God be the center of our lives, because nothing good will he withhold from those who love and fear him. Let us not be uncertain. Let us not feel fear. We are Jamaicans and we are his people, and he has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and of a sound mind. Madam Speaker, I encourage the nation, don't curse the PM, pray for the PM. Let us pray that he too will receive the divine inspiration to lead. Leadership. Madam Speaker, leadership isn't easy. It isn't for the faint of heart. It is not karaoke where you go sing and sit down. Madam Speaker, it takes a level head, fixity of purpose, discipline, patience, and doing what is right for the people, even when they cuss you and call you Anjo. Madam Speaker, where many economies in the world collapsed, God kept us. And we say to that hairdresser, that bar operator, that small business owner, those who were laid off, my own constituents, we will recover stronger. God will grant you a double portion of his blessing, and your food basket will never be empty. Madam Speaker, I have tremendous respect for my leader, and so I close with a word for him and the nation. It comes from Joel 2:21-27. Fear not, O land, be glad and rejoice, for the Lord will do great things. Be not afraid, ye beasts of the field, for the pastures of the wilderness do spring. For the tree beareth her fruit, the fig tree and the vine do yield their strength. Be glad then, ye children of Zion, and rejoice in the Lord your God. For he hath given you the former rain moderately, and he will cause to come down for you the rain, the former rain and the latter rain in the first month. And the floor shall be full of wheat, and the vats shall overflow with wine and oil. And I will restore to you the years that the locusts had eaten, the cankerworm and the caterpillar, my great army which I sent among you. And ye shall eat in plenty and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, that hath dealt wondrously with you. And my people shall never be ashamed. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed. Whose report do you believe? We shall believe the report of the Lord. God bless you, Prime Minister.